The video, and today we're going up against the Toronto Raptors. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 games left. I can't wait till the weekend comes so I can finish this up. But yeah, man, we're going up against the Toronto Raptors. Can't wait till we finish this up, man. Hit the playoffs and win the game, man. We done with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Pregame show brought to you by Kia. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Tony Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Detroit Pistons. This Detroit group has been getting things done. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And a chance to check out Kyle Lowry here, one of the more underrated guards in the league. But he is as tough a matchup as you will find.
I call him the little pit bull. You know, I actually seen him, the late great Eggman, who was assistant general manager at Memphis at the time, introduced me to him. Fantastic leader, tons of passion, great will to win. Doesn't get enough credit, man, and he shoots the 3-ball just with anybody in the league.
Took him a long time to become an all-star, but now you can pretty much pencil him in.
That's right, Ernie. And when he gets a hot hand, he can absolutely take over a game with his shooting. And his passer reminds me of my main man, Pistol Pete Maravich, straight out of LSU.
Wow, that'll do it for now. Almost time for tip. Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here at the Air Canada Center in downtown Toronto as the Raptors look to work their home court advantage. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. First game of the strip here for the Pistons. They're hoping to start it off with a W. And guys, we won't be seeing Jared Sullinger, who is injured. That's too bad.
Kevin, he's only going to be out a short period of time. You know, he got hurt in that last game. Not available tonight, but they do expect him back soon.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
I'm gonna be
taking over Pistons coach and team president has quickly reshaped the roster. Wins have followed. He said,
I got what you need.
Now we've got a group of guys who fit together
Got
on the
what
floor and
you
are
need.
all high character individuals. There's a much
I'm gonna be the person that
It's
you
not just
ever
about raw
seen.
talent, but how the
People
pieces
trying to
fit
have a
together.
dream.
How Stevens will get to the
that's
beginning of the
really
season, the bumps
clean.
and dings are really
I'm
adding
gonna
up. Depth is
be
never more important for a team than right now.
You know, teams that can play 10, 11, 12 deep, they have an advantage because they can rest guys. I don't like when you rest guys. The teams are starting to do it. You have injuries. You want to have 10 or 12 guys that you can rely on.
So Detroit will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Harris in at point guard. Tobias Harris is out there with John Lewis. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Young in at the shooting guard position. And the basket by Harris. On defense, Detroit, the last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
I mean, how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Really, a combination of smart coaching and even better execution. When you have that, the game comes easily to you.
Harris passes to Drummond. Shot from 12, and that's good for 2. Drummond's got his first basket.
Wait till we get on our 2K20, guys. Wait till we get on our 2K20. Stay tuned for that too. Wait till we get on our 2K20.
17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And he did great work on the defensive end too, with 3 steals on the night. Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Now Harris. Pass to Young. Harris is screen on DeRozan. Back to Harris. Plenty of space. And there's another one for the Pistons. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, but to make it official, Krez has been invited and will be a part of the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend.
For real?
You know what? He's
I
one
can't
of the
believe
most
I'm being
talked about
interested in
rookies in recent memory. So
Can't
it was
wait,
a
man.
foregone
Can't
conclusion that he'd be a part of this event. Should be a fun one. All right.
DeRozan's shot is off.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And you always hear coaches say, make the simple play. That's one of the keys to the Raptors offense. Smitty, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they don't play fast, so they don't have a lot of turnovers, but they're also at the bottom of the league in probably assists. What they do is they just try to attack the scoring offensive end.
Now Patterson following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Being that Valanciunas is 7 feet tall, he is a real problem for the defenses. Valanciunas, he'll show you flashes of dominance, and then sometimes you can't find. And clearly the potential is there for him, and he feels consistently on the verge of breaking out.
Hey. Okay.
The first free throw is good.
Okay.
For
Okay.
Valanciunas,
Okay.
it isn't like his numbers aren't productive.
Okay. Live it
He's
up.
come
Live
close
it up.
to
Know
averaging a
what you
double-double for
got.
quite some time. You were talking
Can't
about this
get
the other day,
hooked.
Steve, but you just
You don't
know
have
that
no
he can
money
be so
left.
much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it takes
Yeah.
longer for big
Yeah.
guys to develop. You have to be patient with a guy like Valanciunas. He's been in the league for a while now, but remember, he's still only 24 years old.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Valanciunas over the last few years has always been pretty good offensively, and also now on the defensive end, he's a guy that's not a liability. He has taken large strides to improve in that area.
Now here is Harris. Drummond the screen. Pocket six. Pass to Harris. And Lure kicks to Harris. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Make that call!
Looking at Valanciunas and his defense, he seems to be a lot more decisive in his actions, Steve. Seems like a small thing, but that means so much at his level.
Yeah, Jonas is not hesitant on the rotations and charging out to the perimeter. He's playing with more confidence on the defensive end. He'll be all right.
It's Young on the wing. On the
You gotta make those.
Raptors trail by 3. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. This shoot two.
When a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw, no good. A new group in now for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Patterson. Terrence Ross comes in for Damari Carroll. Norman Bowles checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph checked in for Kyle Lowry. Good on the second free throw. Steve, I always hear you talking about your Spartans. Spartans that you follow players more closely who enter the NBA out of Michigan State. I would think it's just natural.
No, for sure. I mean, I
Our
get a chance.
fans, they demand honesty.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I go up to Michigan State all the time. Spend so much time. You got Draymond, you got Zach Randolph, Gary Harris, Adrian Payne, so many guys, Allen Anderson, so many guys in the NBA from Michigan State. It's hard not to follow. And we're a close-knit family.
It speaks to the program very well, doesn't it?
It speaks to leadership. Comments.
Yep.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
And those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Now here's Powell, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Back to Valanciunas. And the rejection by Marjanovic. For 3, Ross. That one doesn't go. Now the business take it the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage. Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
And here is Joseph. Following the three-pointer by Stanley Johnson. Screen by Valanciunas. Powell, the pass to Valanciunas. Lowry Caldwell Pope with some nice D. The feed to Jackson. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Doesn't go for him.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
All you ask for is execution, and those shots will fall later.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Pistons lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in the same direction.
You know, we got a group of guys who came in and bought into the offensive system, the defensive system, and it just clicked. And we got a bunch of guys in here who only want to see each other be successful, and it's rare in this league to have a team like that.
The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
I mean, you could argue it square or you could argue it round, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. Teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and tight-knit groups who were like brothers have as well. So there's no one way or magic formula.
Second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
And they really are just giving them no breathing room out there. They have completely flustered them and set the pace of this game in their favor.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Morris is down low with Drummond. Jackson is out there with Smith. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, plays solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench. Joseph is one of the best in the game, and making that happen, most teams would be happy with him as a starter.
Now, here is Smith looking for his first basket still in this one. Caldwell Pope kicks to Smith. Jackson in the corner. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pistons.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
Well, he has to be able to use angles. He has to be a great finisher in tight spaces and to be able to throw his little body into the big guys.
Now, here's Joseph. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
But when Hurdle gets the rock deep inside, the D is toast. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Here's Drummond. Well timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
He delivered that pass right on the spot to his teammate who was on the move.
And Joseph kicks to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Hurdle's shot is off.
That's not going to get it done.
Pistons leading by 5. Trying his luck deep, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morris. Jackson's got 5.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Yes, the reason why they've moved the basketball around to get wide open looks.
And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. There's the basket and making a double-digit lead. Jackson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Patterson, the screen. Ross kicks to Joseph. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
You know, depending on the game situation, that kind of mistake can be deadly. Come on, you got to have awareness on the court.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Burke. Tamari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. DeMar DeRozan, who's checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Powell. Harris dishes to Young. Harris setting the pick for Young. Back to Harris. Goes up on the wing. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And Marjanovic with the layup.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Here's Valanciunas. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. He has 5.
Kyle Lowry with great vision and court awareness on that play. What a pass. We know a lot about Dwayne Casey's coaching career. Been an assistant for numerous years. Now he's a head coach. But let's take it back. He was a top recruit coming out of high school. He helped lead Kentucky to a national title in 1978.
Now the dish to Carroll. Drops in the tray. Carroll's got it back down to within single digits for Toronto.
He might not be the first option to take that three, but when he's that open, he can knock it down once in a while.
Harris gets to Young. Harris against Lowry. Screen by Young. Harris passes to Harris. And Detroit again with the bucket. And Casey went straight from playing in Kentucky to an assistant coaching position there in Lexington.
He's been coaching for almost 4 decades. Coaching Japan for a time, a long-time NBA assistant. He's a lifer.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
The reason why, he has such a great touch. You got to have that shot inside with the big guys.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. From the arc. The kick out to Young. Dishes it to Harris. He feeds it to Johnson. Passes it to Young. There's a screen by Marjanovic. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
And that concludes the first half. It's Detroit leading by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are down right now. How do you get back into the game?
Well, the thing about it is we got to have some walk to. Some defensive toughness, some grit. We're not playing with that. I saw none of that in our first few minutes of the game. I've got to see some focus and some fire.
I know you'll look out for it, Case. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Keep it up, guys. Need some good momentum.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Do not take your foot off the gas, gentlemen. This is our game. Come on!
Welcome back to Canada. The famous Toronto sign here in Nathan Phillips Square, just in front of City Hall. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
You just love it when the decision making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Just fundamentally sound basketball. That's what you want out of your offense of each and every game.
And for pretty much all NBA players, it's a dream come true when they get drafted. And Smitty, how did you celebrate when you were the 5th overall pick in the draft?
You know what? I went out and got me a nice SUV. I loved it, Kevin. For you Rams, put a little music in there. I was hoping.
How about that? I guess that's something you always dream about. When you get that kind of a chance to be drafted that high, nationally known player.
But I think also for me, getting a chance to send my mom and dad on a special trip. That was one of those. I wasn't the first, but it was special.
Good for you. Inside, it's Patterson by Valanciunas. DeRozan and Carroll are out on the wing. And it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Now here is Harris. After the miss from Andre Drummond. Harris kicks to Lou. And stolen by Patterson. McCree Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his third rebound on the night.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Shots good from Young.
What a tremendous stroke on the three ball. Young's range is lethal.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in, let's go. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they will.
It's better.
Well, we've always known that height gives an advantage in basketball. A lot of teams now are concerned about things that we've never really talked about before. The length of hands, your arm span, your wingspan. That plays a role now with a lot of these teams and how they draft, how they make a roster.
Yeah, totally, Kevin, because on the defensive end, you have a lot of these guys that can switch. I remember playing against Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They were so long out front. It helps. It makes a difference.
But your arm span is long. They had to play.
Kenny Jackson.
Not bad.
Oh, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Hurdle, he's checked in for Toronto. And then for Detroit, Contagious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Young, and it's Jackson in for Harris. And here are the Raptors now, trailing by 13. DeRozan's shot is good.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first four here in the third.
And one thing DeMar DeRozan, Steve, has become great at is running that high pick and roll with the big. Usually something a point guard does, but DeRozan is very deadly in that set.
I love him because he's comfortable at handling the basketball out top. Does a nice job of coming off the pick and roll. Gets to his spot to raise up, and you know if he gets all the way to the rim, he can challenge any big in this league.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
Powell, he's checked in for Toronto.
One shot on the lane.
A free throw drop for DeRozan. Well, one of the biggest names of free agency GA this past offseason was DeMar DeRozan. Many in Toronto feared he would leave the team, but he re-upped with the Raptors on a huge deal.
Yeah, and DeRozan spoke about loyalty to the franchise when he announced he wanted to return to Toronto. It's the only team he's ever played for his entire career, and easy to be loyal when you are getting almost $30 million a year. So it's a great contract for DeRozan.
And here is Powell. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple. Harris against DeRozan. Here's Patterson. And again, no good by Toronto.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jackson has the open look. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And it's 13 points for Reggie Jackson.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Option 1, 2, and 3 is to shoot the three ball, and they are shooting them from everywhere.
Now here's Lowry. 5 points in the game.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Jackson. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Jackson's got 15.
He is having a really special day shooting the ball right now. It seems like everything he throws up is going in.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
And the Raptors with some changes. Terrence Ross is checked in for Perth. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Marjanovic checked in for Detroit. Stanley Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Now here's Caldwell Pope. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Marjanovic, he makes the Johnny from the left block. Marjanovic has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Raptors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. And DeRozan kicks to Patterson. Ross with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Now here's Powell. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, this inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
Excellent work there in transition. He doesn't give the defense any time to set up. He just goes extremely hard to the bucket.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. There's 38 seconds left in the third. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And here is Joseph. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now here's Jackson. 17 points in the game. Shoots off the screen. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
They shot the lights out in the second half, knocking down open shots and contested shots.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Pistons ahead as they end the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Who's got next? We're kicking off the All-Star festivities with a showcase of the best of the league's up-and-coming talent. It's the Rising Stars Challenge.
And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
They're playing harder, they're playing harder, they're running harder, they're playing defense on us harder down here. We're kind of tiptoeing on our guts. We got to up our level.
And Dwayne Casey imploring his guys to put forth a greater effort. Feels they're getting out hustled.
That's right. I mean, the one thing coaches cannot stand is a lack of energy. Expect these guys to ramp it up from an intensity standpoint.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. At small forward and power forward, it's Harris and Morris. Harris is out there with Young. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Up top to Rosen. Steve, you grew up in Detroit and came into a league right after the Bad Boy Pistons had won back-to-back titles with their hard-nosed style of basketball. Do you miss that more physical brand of basketball?
Yeah, I do. Being a Detroiter, growing up watching the Bad Boys, they won championships playing defense, but I think they also was an innovator on the offensive end. People don't realize Bill Laimbeer was one of the first pick-and-pop centers in my era to get a chance to watch him. So Isaiah Joe Dumars, Rodman Sally, love the way they play. I kind of like the little physical basketball playing back then.
So if someone said to you, the game is different now, but is it necessarily better than it was? Is it more pleasing to watch now than it was, say, in the 90s?
Yeah, I think it's more fluid offensively. I think it was a lot of fouls. But I enjoyed it in that era, but I understand the way they had to clean up the game.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And the Raptors making a change here. Patterson's checked in, and Detroit with a change here, too. Lures checked in for Morris. The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Harris outside. Kicks it to Lure. basket is good. The assist from Harris. And the Pistons lead by 21.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
In Europe, you think that could work?
I don't think so. I think when you look at it, that's be so hard for teams traveling back and forth, especially those teams in Europe. They'll be traveling over here to the States a lot. I can see an all-star game in Europe, maybe in London.
Too, yes.
I think an all-star game first.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, he has to get his offense moving again. It hasn't been bad, but it could be much better.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. To the paint, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, questionable, but it almost got through. It's probably a quick bucket if it did.
So it's Toronto now. Here's Valanciunas. He kicks to Lowry. 4 on the clock. And the shot falls short this time.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Young, good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, sensational focus. Young not letting the D affect his jumper at all. What a gifted shooter.
Here's Lowry. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Young kicks to Harris. Drummond with it. Nice ball movement by Detroit. It's Young on the wing. DeRozan defending. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his third foul of the game. Toronto, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. DeRozan against Young. Right side Lowry. And it's sent back by Drummond. Lure dishes to Young. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Drummond's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Patterson, the screen, and DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry. Detroit's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And it's Harris off the drive. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. You've had a lot of clutch shots in your career. What is it that allows certain players to remain cool and collected when their shot can decide the outcome of a game?
A lot of guys talk about it. You can't let the game speed you up. And you can see some young guys and some veterans. They catch the basketball in their mind. They're starting to go faster. Really, on clutch shot, you really have to make the game slow down.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. And then for Detroit, Marjanovic in for Andre Drummond. Morris comes in for John Moore. And Levins is subbed in for Harris. That one misses.
You can just see how brilliant a mind Perez has. His feel for the game is phenomenal. His passion for it fuels him.
For the Raptors, they come in off the wash to Minnesota. Young outside, and the pass to Marjanovic. Down low, here's Levens. That shot off, and it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jackson.
Well, they called on him to handle the bulk of the scoring, and he was more than up for it. There were some incredible spurts that he went through when there was nothing they could do to slow him down.
Now Powell feeds it to Ross. For three, drains the three-pointer.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
You're right. They're not going quietly. They're going to keep battling to the very end, no matter what the score is.
And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. He dishes it to Smith. Johnson kicks to Levens. Smith outside. Joseph with the rebound. For the Raptors, they come in off the wash to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Tries to save it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Well, I don't care if you're up 50, down 50. There's no excuse for a mistake like that.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Young. Pass to Levens. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
I've been up for 2 whole days, thinking what I did to keep you going. Thumbing through the voicemails that you left and telling me where I went wrong. I'll admit I'm sorry when I feel I'm truly sorry. Things change, people change, feelings change too. Never thought the circumstances would have changed you. You said you never should have known.
Alright, guys, on the next episode, we'll be going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more games before we reach March. So, yeah, man, by the time my phone fully charges again, we could record it again. Yeah, man, I'm still on the starting lineup for the first time. We got 27 minutes. We both got 27. Justice Young got 27. I got 27, so we just got to make sure. Reggie Jackson got 29. Dang. That's crazy. But yeah, man, if y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in the next video. We're going up against the Milwaukee Bucks next episode. Can't wait till that happens. We got, a long way to go before we end February. So once we end February, we go ahead and do March. And then once we get done with March, and we're really close to April, we got this, man. We got this. I know in April we got a fewer games, like 5 or 4 games. But yeah, man, once we reach April, we'll be getting good hands, getting ready for the playoffs. But hopefully y'all enjoyed. Catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe.